News, my lovely, wonderful people. You'll be surprised. The Sultan of Sokoto, in fact, the thing don't reach, it don't reach in palace. Sultan led JNI tackles Tinubu's government, and they ask him to tackle the rising cost of living before it gets too late. That things are going beyond you can imagine. The Sultan will not just politicalize issues or just go into political matters just like that. But as it stands at the moment, it just needs to rise up. He needs to speak because people are going through a lot. And when you keep quiet, things get worse. Do you know that, the Indomie, 300 naira, a cup of rice is how much? Just name it, spaghetti is how much? People are really suffering. How are people managing? How are people managing to survive? How are people able to feed their children? This is the suffering that Nigerians are going through. And until things change, we don't know how we're going to quickly sort out all of this. So it is important that everybody looks into what is going on so that we can move forward. As a nation, as a people, we are tired of the same thing over and over again. There is need for every single one to rise up and ensure that we do not allow, those who wants to destroy this nation to continue. Okay? We must ensure that we stand up together as one. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. Click on the notification button so you can get all our latest news. Sultan led JNI tackles Tinubu governors to tackle rising costs of living before it's too late. The Jamaat Nasrul Islam, JNI, the umbrella body of Muslims in Nigeria, led by the Sultan of Sokoto, Sadiq Abubakar, has called on the federal and state government to intervene in the rising cost of living before the situation gets worse. The umbrella body of Muslims in Nigeria, which made the call in a statement issued on Thursday, which was signed by its Secretary General, Professor Kali Abubakar, implied that business communities to resist the temptation of hoarding for selfish gain. They need to address the inflation crisis in Nigeria. The JNI said that instead of hoarding foodstuffs, businesses owners should make essential commodities more affordable by lowering price to serve as an act of charity for the people, lamenting that the current trend is going to lead to loss of lives and property. Ordinary Nigerians are experiencing food scarcity, food insecurity, inflation, urgent poverty is destroying the nation. The group urged Nigerians to innate generosity, look after one another, take care of one another. He said Prophet Muhammad said that being generous and kind, especially during Ramadan, is a good way to show that you are a good Muslim. He said the JNI, under leadership of His Emirate Alhaji Muhammad Sadiq Abubakar, the Sultan of Sokoto, with all sense of responsibility, calls on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to urgently intervene over the difficulties Nigerians are passing through. This call is made over the exorbitant pain citizens are going through, which we are seeing on our street, leading to protests, including the social media, Mina, Kaduna, Lokoja, Kogi protests, and other places where distress is currently going on. In light of the troubling impact of hoarding and inflation inavailability causing food essential commodity price to go over the roof, we must listen to the voice of reasoning and do what is right. The Ãttacƙs Muslim body explained that its leadership has been launched with reports and plea for ordinary Nigerians expressing their anguish over the soaring price of necessities. This is not luxury goods. These are things that they eat day to day. It is wrong to allow these things to get this far. So it is, it is important that Tinubu begin to look at this with every single person. Although I will say this, and I know that some people might not agree with me, It's partially Tinubu's fault, but not totally his fault. And I will explain. Please be patient. Before Tinubu came in, a lot of things have happened in the administration for 8 years before which he came in. Although he's part and parcel of that administration, he aided it, he supported it. But before he came in, all these things were happening already. You know, it's just that he coming in, taking away the fuel subsidy and not really putting eyes down to understand what the people we are going through made things worse than you can imagine. Today, the price of rice, a bag of rice, people that are getting married, I don't know how they do it. Honestly, I don't know how they do it. Things are so expensive in Nigeria. There is inflation all over the world, but in other nations of the world, it's not as bad because if you have a job, at least it's manageable. You're able to pay your bills, live your life. You're not in debt. You know, these are very important things. But in Nigeria, there is no job. There is no food. Even when there is food, it's too expensive. It's not accessible. So it makes the thing very unbelievable, and things are beyond you can imagine. So these are some of the things happening, and every single person can see. Well, my lovely people, it is what it is. If there's any time that Nigerians must rise up, it is now more than ever before. We all need this. We all need to ensure that we work together. We all need to ensure that we put things in place and bring this nation to where it needs to be. Okay, let's not allow the same people, the same thing, what has been going on previously, to continue. The fuel subsidy that was removed, there was really no plan to put things in place. So they did not put things in place. It led to inflation, massive inflation all of a sudden. And today, see where we are. People are trying to understand all of this. And the truth of it is, until things change, people are genuinely suffering, dying. We're not even talking about healthcare. We're just talking about feeding. How are people able to pay their house rent? What's going on? What can we do differently? So these are some of the things that are happening, and it is important that every time, these things are done, people look at it and they understand, what's going on and put things in place. Sultan has spoken well, and I think it is important that, we pay attention to it. So please leave us a comment. Don't forget to like us, share, subscribe. Click on the notification button so you can get all our latest news. Remember, you have a voice. God bless. Have a fantastic and a lovely day. Every one of us have got a duty of care to look after one another. Bye for now.